A young girl named Janis lived in the quiet town of Shrewsbury. She was known for one thing, wild ideas. Whilst everybody was busy playing video games or watching TV, she was sketching out new inventions. She always found herself sketching blueprints for teleporting machines, poking her face into the engine of cars, and taking apart toasters to see how they worked. These were all usual activities in her typical day. One day, she was curious, imaginative. Her head was bursting with ideas and questions. One day, while she was walking home from school, it started raining. She rushed into the nearest building for shelter. She turned the lights on and looked around. Hidden in the very corner of the room was a dusty machine, stained with rust and years of neglect. It was broken, with tangled wires, blinking lights, and an unfinished control panel. But in less than 30 minutes, the machine sat in Janis's room. Now, Janis has two ideas on what she wants to do with the machine, and I'd like to ask our judges what decisions they would like to make. A, use logic and facts to figure the machine out, or B, invite a friend's help. Miss Clark, what do you think Janis should do?
I think Janis should invite friends to help.
Why?
Collaboration is key.
Okay, I agree with your answer, so let's see what happens when Janis invites friends. Janis invited Nana over for ideas from a fresh pair of eyes. Instead of doing things by the book or limiting themselves, they drew up ambitious plans and fed their ever-growing imagination further. A small humming sang from the machine as if waiting for something much, much more. Janis knew she needed to go further, and as weeks went by, she followed the same method. The machine slowly responded, but never reached its top ability. So Janis has reached another fourth yet again. This time our options are to give up on loving the machine or continue trying. This time I will ask Miss Levy. Miss Levy, what do you think Janis should do?
I definitely think Janis should continue trying
Why?
because that shows great resilience.
Okay, let's see what happens. A month has passed. Janis still wasn't any closer, and in the back of her head, she felt like she would never crack the code. But whenever the thought came to mind, she gritted her teeth, gripped her screwdriver tighter, and kept going. One day, while mindlessly staring at the machine, a light bulb came to her head. An idea. In the end, Janis was successful. And you know, just like her, I faced problems too. I encountered problems in the making of this game. I intended to use Unity, a much more impressive game engine than Scratch. But with its 3 weeks time constraint, Unity was taking much more time to complete than I had. So that dream was long gone. At first, I thought maybe I shouldn't make a game. Maybe I should do something else. A monologue, a motivational speech, anything. But then I remembered that this was what I wanted from the beginning. I wanted to program a game. This was my passion. I couldn't give up on it now. So I kept going. Because resilience isn't about avoiding failure. It's about making sure that when you fall, you get back up and try again. And you know what? Imagination gives us a vision of what's possible. It opens up the world to new possibilities. But without resilience, that vision is just a dream. It's the resilience, the grit, the determination, the ability to keep on going despite all the odds. That's what makes the dream real. So here's my challenge to you. Start imagining. Think about the life you want, the goals you want to achieve, the dreams that scare you. And when you're done imagining, get ready for the hard part. Because the journey from imagination to resilience, to reality, that's where resilience comes in. But together, imagination and resilience always happen. They're always there for you. They're there for you when you feel like you're about to fall. They'll always be there to remind you that you can fly.